Welcome back, everybody. We are going to start the coverage today with Hurricane Matthew because this is what we're still covering right now. It is still a Category 4 hurricane. Now, it made landfall on Haiti, but is now back in the water as a Category 4. The winds at about 145 miles per hour and gusts up to 175 miles per hour. So let's show you the track so you get a better idea of where this is going to go and what the track could look like and the category of the hurricane as it comes to our coast right here in the Carolinas. Now, it'll be a Category 4 as it passes the Turks and Caicos and then heads toward the Bahamas, and that's tomorrow by around 8 o'clock in the morning, and you'll notice wind speeds at about 130 miles per hour. As it continues to advance up past the Bahamas, it stays a Category 4 hurricane. That's into Thursday, and it's predicted that's around 8 o'clock in the morning, but more so into the overnight hours is when it'll continue to advance with winds at about 130 miles per hour. It then advances by Florida as a Category 3, where there are already hurricane watches in place. So it quickly actually turns and comes to our coast. But what I want you to pay attention to is this large bubble of where the hurricane's actually going to be as it becomes a Category 2 hurricane. And that's set to do so on Saturday in the morning with winds at about 105 miles per hour. But the catch is it's really too far out right now to tell exactly if it's going to go west or east. And if it continues to go west, well, that means that we could see winds and rain and other issues advancing all the way up into the Piedmont Triad and even into Charlotte. So that's when it becomes a big concern for us. Now, we know right down here on the coast as it advances into Saturday that our beaches, especially Cape Hatteras, the Outer Banks, areas like Wrightsville Beach, Wilmington in general, Curie Beach, Carolina Beach, will have heavy wind gusts as well as a lot of rain, but the winds are really going to be the big potential threat. For us here in the Piedmont Triad, if it does come our way, rain is going to be a big factor. Winds will still pick up, but not like they will on the coast. And then by Sunday, it continues to advance up the coast, even close to New York, and it becomes a Category 1 hurricane with winds at about 90 miles per hour. But I know a lot of you have been emailing, sending messages saying that you were going to plan to go to the coast this weekend. A lot of events happening down there. It's just not going to be very nice or safe, really, to go down there at this point from what we're looking at. But again, it is a little far out to tell. We're going to continue to track it. We do know rainfall right now at about 11 inches in Wilmington as this hurricane continues to move through, and that's just tomorrow by about 7 o'clock, or excuse me, today by about 7 o'clock. Fayetteville, it's going to have about 8 inches of rain, and then as we move back up into our area, we're looking at about 1.5 inches of rain. But as you move toward Raleigh, just a little ways east, 4 inches of rain. So this is what we know right now. We're really going to be paying attention to this hurricane through Friday morning to see which track it's going to take as it comes into our area. It's going to be a major issue for us right here in the Carolinas all the way through Saturday night and even into Sunday. Now, by Sunday is when it really starts to move out. There are already hurricane watches in effect for eastern Florida, and as it continues to move through there, it will stay a Category 3. The rain event is going to be huge here in the Piedmont Triad area because while we have 1 inch of rain predicted, it could even strengthen a little bit because we have another front coming in that's going to bring even more moisture. So I do want to show you quickly just Nicole. This is a tropical storm. She just appeared a little earlier today. So as it continues to track, you'll notice the track stays out to sea, and this is all the way through Saturday. It moves up and then moves back down with winds only at about 30 miles per hour. So that's what we're looking at right now for Tropical Storm Nicole. Radar for us, though, it's clear today, should be clear for the next few days, not looking at any significant rain chances. And temperatures today in the mid to high 70s. Our forecast high going to be 77 degrees, so it's partly to mostly sunny skies. We'll see that sunshine with us even into the overnight. We're at 56. Clouds begin to increase by about 4 o'clock this morning, and you'll notice maybe a little patchy fog into tomorrow morning. But our forecast high for tomorrow, 73 degrees, partly cloudy and a little bit cooler. It's going to feel really nice outside. Take a look at our 7-day forecast, though. I do think you're going to like what you see. We've only really got 2 days here with significant rainfall totals, and that's into this weekend. And I can tell you that those rainfall totals will certainly increase depending on what this hurricane does. And take a look at the lows, guys. It's going to feel nice, but I'm still really keeping an eye on Hurricane Matthew because, as I mentioned, it could bring on a lot of moisture for us even right here in the Piedmont Triad. So I know a lot of people going to the coast. I've gotten a lot of messages, as I mentioned. It's really scary for them going down there, not knowing what it's going to do and whatnot.
Well, so people are worried about, we have a lot of property owners from, Ocean Isle, Holden, Sunset, all the way up into, Atlantic and Carolina Beach. So
So either track that it does take, we do know for the coast right now, winds are still going to be significant. Even if it stays east, you'll still have those heavy winds. So it's something to prepare for.
Okay. Right now, we want to go